This offseason, the baseball world was rocked by the Houston Astros cheating scandal that would have made Doug Funny proud.
Trash can, bang it.
They went from AL powerhouse who were loved because they constantly sunned the Yankees in the playoffs to villains in an instant. And understandably so, baseball players across the country have had some thoughts. So let's go over what guys around the league have said up until this point. Alright, let's get it. First off, we got Mike Trout. I don't think I was the only one who said, wow, they even got Mike Trout talking, because the dude rarely is in the media like that. But he didn't let the Astros off easy with their extracurricular activities and feels they got off easy.
It's sad for baseball. It's tough. They cheated, and I don't agree with the punishments. The player's not getting anything. There was a player-driven thing.
Imagine your Correa or Springer or somebody watching that. Isn't that a bit like your father saying he's disappointed in you or something? And as a competitor, it has to suck to know the best player in the game lost respect for you. And what he and a lot of players will focus on is the lost jobs the scandal played a huge part in. And he even had a little slick talk, humbly noting his own greatness, saying,
It would be me going up to the plate knowing what's coming. It'd be pretty fun up there.
I see you, Trout. Giancarlo Stanton also jumps on the if I knew what was coming train, I would set records. But he strikes out 200 times a season already. Maybe control that strike zone first. Next was a guy who you could say might have had a stronger take than most. Dodgers third baseman Justin Turner went straight for the man up top with his take and basically is all in favor of getting the trophy snatched away from Houston.
At this point, the only thing devaluing that trophy is that it says commissioner on it.
Do you think that there's more pressure and you guys talk about it more, people talk about it more, and you can finally wake up and okay, do something about this?
I think it's pretty obvious what everyone thinks should happen.
Right.
No one in this clubhouse or in this room is asking for a trophy to be handed us by any means. We want to earn it. We want to earn it the right way. We want to, like I said at FanFest, we want to be the last team standing. We want to catch the last out. We want to pop champagne and dogpile on the field, and we want to have the parade in LA. But at the same time, we understand how difficult it is, to win a World Series. It's hard. It's really hard, and it's something that you have to earn. And obviously, as the report showed, as all these guys from their club over there are coming back and apologizing and trying to make amends for it, it's pretty evident to me that it wasn't earned, and it's not something that a banner should be hung in their stadium. A trophy should be put up wherever their trophies go. They shouldn't have sorry, a World Series championship is earned, and it defines careers. It defines people's careers.
Nationals reliever Sean Doolittle is another player that focused on the players whose careers were forever altered by the scandal. Specifically his own, where his outings against the Astros in 2017 might have contributed to him getting shipped to Washington, where funny enough he ended up winning a World Series against Houston this past season. But he may have been one of the lucky ones where one of the guys the Astros destroyed to the tune of 8 earned runs in just under 6 innings during that season is actually suing him. Who, to be fair though, wasn't that good in the first place, but maybe Houston just ended his MLB career a lot sooner. Now Cody Bellinger didn't hold back nothing, calling them all out on their fake apologies.
I thought the apologies were whatever. I thought Jim Crane's was weak.
And mentioning Altuve's 2017 MVP was basically stolen from Aaron Judge, who had a crazy 52 home runs that year.
I think what people don't realize is Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 2017.
And he also brings up the Altuve is he wearing the buzzer thing, which I don't believe, but it's still funny. And basically says he would get butt naked if he hits a walk-off off of Chapman.
I don't know what human hits a walk-off home run against Aroldis Chapman to send your team to the World Series. And one has the thought to say, don't rip my jersey off, but 2, go in the tunnel, change your shirt, and then come out and do your interview. Like that makes no sense to me.
Guys like Indians pitcher Mike Clevinger basically says what a lot of people were thinking. And then the discussion of should they get hit? Are they going to get hit? Discussions emerge from players. Nick Markakis looks like he's going to beat up the entire Houston Astros batting order as soon as he can. March 10th, be on the lookout. Ross Stripling being honest when he thought he was traded within the Astros division, would he throw some sweet chin music at their hitters? And he admitted he would. Yet Marcus Stroman would just rather strike them out than throw a heater into their ribs. Stroh's a cool dude. Shame we gotta beat the Mets 19 times this year. Second best player in the league, Bryce Harper, also talks about all the pitchers who lost chances because of the Astros, and also brings up Aaron Judge getting screwed out of the MVP award by Jose Altuve.
World Series or not, for those guys, and then guys like Aaron Judge, going through in 17, absolutely killing it that year, and gets beat out by a great player in Altuve. So it's just guys like that, that really miss out on things, or a guy that comes up for his first start and they have his signs and he gets absolutely shelled for 7 or 8 and they send him back down. They never come back to the big leagues. So those are just the guys that I feel for. So
Marcus Stroman pointing out they were cocky and showboats when they knew what pitches were coming, and now they're exposed. No comment, no Twitter post, nothing. And Pirates pitcher Chris Archer piggybacks right off of that comment. Big Papi had the weirdest take of all, basically saying why didn't Fires tell anybody earlier, which he did, and saying because he was directly benefiting at the time, he didn't say anything until he left, which again is false. But it's funny, is Big Papi more angry because he snitched, which brought the heat to his beloved Red Sox as well, or for the players cheating? Which do you guys think? Now, besides strictly saying he was going to go out there and start hitting people, I think he said what a lot of baseball players feel. Be sincere, not defensive, not on some, well, our title still counts stuff. Show true remorse. Think they would have done themselves favors, not even mentioning the legitimacy of the title, and flat out said we cheated. Astros fans bring up the fact that Astros didn't even hit that good versus the Yankees that year, or Bellinger sucked in the World Series, so it was legit. When in reality, no, that doesn't excuse the fact they cheated. Chipper Jones obviously doesn't understand how interneting works. As soon as it happened, everybody from George Springer down to the 5th string bat boy must be destroyed. Adam Jones reacting to Carlos Correa's interview, insinuating the reason Altuve didn't remove his jersey was because of an unfinished tattoo. And career 245 hitter BJ Upton offers a fair assessment of nobody likes to be cheated when they believe the playing field is fair. Now here's the funny one. Justin Verlander's take on D. Gordon getting busted for steroid use a while back aged like milk with this one.
I wish I had said more. Looking back, I can't go back. I can't reverse my decision. Like I said, I wish I had said more, and I didn't. And for that, I'm sorry.
What did you say?
That's between myself and my teammates. I'll leave it at that.
Did you know the Astros' reputation before you joined the team?
No.
You made a start at Minute Maid that season. Do you suspect anything?
I can't really recall right at this moment. I haven't even thought about it.
Team cheats, he wins a ring, and all he had to say was, I wish I would have done more. Ha! It was wild he went as hard after a dude with Ray Ordonez's type power in the first place, and it's even more ridiculous now. Future Philly Chris Bryant also didn't buy the authenticity of their apologies.
17, it's like, I'm pretty sure it was going on in 2018, 2019 too. Like, and that's just so sad, because it's like, just because if they didn't get caught, they'd still be doing it.
Now, Trevor Bauer, who you could say started it all with him calling out the Astros for doctoring baseballs, admits in the article he's okay with sign stealing, but there also needs to be a line drawn, and the Astros crossed that line and drove to a different state, basically. And the mark this will leave on baseball will be worse than the steroids and Black Sox era. And Judge, whose Yankees have become the Astros' sons these past few postseasons, wasn't too happy.
To know that we were probably, cheated out of a possibility of, making it to the World Series, because as a kid, that's, forget the individual awards, forget how many games you win, how many homers you hit. It's about, winning a World Series, winning a World Series with your team and fighting till the very end, the blood, sweat, and tears you put into the game, to be that last team that's standing, and to hear that you got cheated out of that opportunity, that's tough to kind of, let go, but that's why I'm glad we can talk about this now, so we can let it go and move on to 2020, because we got a pretty good team and a lot of important things we want to do.
And also is in favor of the Astros losing their title despite their many proclaims it was earned. Fight that good fight, Judge. Now hit 50 home runs for my fantasy team next year, buddy.
Do you think the Astros should be stripped of their 2017 championship?
I just don't think it holds any value. With you know, you cheated and you didn't earn it. You know, that's how I feel. Is it wasn't earned. You know, it wasn't earned the way of, you know, playing the game right and fighting till the end and knowing that, you know, we're competing, we're competitors, and the biggest thing about competition is laying it all out in the line, and you know, whoever's the better player, better person, you know, comes out on top. You know, when you know, you just lay it out there, and you know, to know that another team had an advantage that, you know, nothing you can really guard against. That I just don't feel like that's earned, or, you know, yeah, it's not earned.
But with that, what do you guys think of the Houston Astros scandal? Do you believe that trophy was earned, or should it be stripped? Let me know in the comments down below. And stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more content. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good, y'all.